Did you get it out?
No, I lost it. Well, I don't know where it is. That's the trouble. I did it again.
Are you serious?
I made a not difficult job really difficult. I'm so frustrated right now. Today I'm installing the new Gen Y Nerf bars. And believe it or not, I made a colossal error. It made a job much harder than it needed to be. And guess what? Bought me a new truck. Come check it out. New day, new project. We're installing running boards. And you want to know why I'm installing running boards? Well, I bought a new truck. So we got to get to it. So I reached out to the guys at eTrailer and said, hey, I bought a new truck and need some running boards. And they said, cool, we got some for you. And so everybody asked me, do you like your Gen Y hitch? I do like my Gen Y hitch. I like it so much that I went on and had them send me the new Gen Y running boards. And so we're going to try those out. So we're going to see if we're just a Gen Y fan or not. Don't know. Sure we will be. But hey, we're going to check them out. And so they sent me these last week and I wanted to put them on before we went on this trip. Well, I'm gonna be honest, guys. We had historic rains last week in Kentucky and it just never did stop raining. And I was gonna put these on in my driveway and every time it would dry out, big thunderstorm would come in. I knew the weather was gonna be good this week, threw them in the back of the truck and I said I'd put them on at the campground. So that's what we're doing today. So our hearts go out to y'all that are in that rain and got flood damage and whatnot, because I know there's a bunch of you that are dealing with that. And you know, we're sorry for y'all. So a lot of y'all reached out. We just want to let you know that we're fine. We had some water come up in the backyard like we'd not seen before, but we live on a pretty good hill, so we're okay. We did a lot better than a lot of people, but thanks for reaching out. And on a side note, and a much brighter note, this video is sponsored by eTrailer. So we got some running boards from them. We're going to put them on. I might even show you my new truck if you're nice to me. On another bright note, my other dually, I just got news that my engine's good. We don't have to rebuild it. This box is soggy like DoorDash French fries. Valley just showed y'all what we got, but we got us a 2024 Dodge Ram Bighorn with a tow package and a 50-gallon fuel tank. And a 50-gallon fuel tank was what I wanted the most. And so that's what we got. Now we got to put some running boards on it. And these suckers are heavy. I like the looks of them because crap won't fall through them. And yeah. So this is what we're putting on. Kind of rugged looking. I kind of like them. What do you think?
I think they're great.
There you go. She thinks they're great.
You know what I think is even greater?
What's that?
All of this beautiful sunshine glistening on the water.
Oh, y'all don't know. We've been
Everybody in Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Arkansas, and Texas, y'all feel us right now. Even though this video is coming out several weeks from when all that happened, I know y'all are still like, thank God for sunshine.
We got a foot of snow, but we got a foot of rain in like 4 days and 3 days, and it's been rough. And she's showing you my truck. It's dirty. I'm sorry. I halfway washed it a while ago just to kind of make it look like something, but it's not to my standard. So just
in your defense, as at the time of this video, the sun has literally been out from all of that mess for 1 hour. The people are just now coming out of the woodworks,
including us.
Isn't it great?
So
that's why we're squinting so hard. We haven't seen the sun in 7 days.
I feel like a vampire.
So in case you're wondering where we are,
we're at Elm Hill RV Resort in Nashville. We're supposed to be in Waco, Texas, but we were going to go down, what is the day, Monday? We were going to go down, we were supposed to leave Friday, and I'm glad we didn't go Friday because that's when they got all those tornadoes and stuff, and they were kind of coming right up between Texarkana and Little Rock, which is where we were going to stay. And then we got a grandbaby that's due any minute, and so we just thought, well, we're going to get down there. It's going to be a kind of a hard pull down there just with the weather.
There's tornadoes, we're trying to have a baby.
So we're just going to hang out here and close to home, and we're an hour down the road from our son and daughter-in-law where they're having their baby, so we can get to them if we need to. So we're just going to make a vlog out of this. We're going to do some stuff to the truck and see what we get into.
I think this was a good choice. There's always fun stuff to do in Nashville, and who doesn't love Percy Priest? This lake is beautiful.
It is, and they didn't get near the rain we got.
No. We don't even have any neighbors. Look how beautiful it is out today. Oh, so glorious. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Lord. Look at these little babies. Hold on, it's so cute. Let's see if I can get near it. Look at this little spring baby. Look at her. Her mama's wondering where she is.
We're getting neighbors. I think these are pretty easy. Yeah, I think they go right here. All right, there we go.
We got neighbors coming in right when I said we didn't have any. It's a beautiful Airstream.
This seems like a pretty easy set to put on. I need to be a little skinnier. I get the first one in, understand what I'm doing, I'll be all right. So these little brackets, they're kind of a pain to line up, but I think I've kind of figured out how to do it. So I'm scratching the crap out of my pocket knife that Bill gave me. So sorry, Bill. But yeah, it's got these little brackets and they pop in down like this, and that's how you start them, and that's all that holds them on. I'm gonna leave them kind of loose, like snug enough that I'll get these other two brackets on down here, then we'll drop that running bar on. And once I kind of get everything the way I want it, well, at that point, once I get everything kind of set like I want it, then I'll tighten it all down at once. So this should be a pretty quick put on. They don't look real hard. I just got to figure out what I'm doing, and there's no instructions. I looked online the other day, and it's just pictures. I mean, there's no instructions for them yet, which is fine. And what's there is just really an engineer print, which is fine. That's enough. But we'll get it. It's a pretty simple setup. Actually, I really like how easy these are. I made a colossal error. I dropped that bracket that goes in here inside this channel, so I got to try to fish it out. So hopefully I can do it. I just need a screwdriver. Well, this is gonna be interesting. So they give you these little brackets, and then they drop inside your frame, and then that's what kind of holds them inside the place. Well, I was like, this is gonna be real easy, and I dropped my whole bracket inside the frame. So I spent the last
20 minutes
fishing it out, and I've got it in upside down, but I've got it to where it'll work. So, but I was just looking at these brackets, and I think maybe the big one goes on the back, is what I'm guessing, or the front, because that one's not going to fit in where it's, and I'll climb on there and show you, but it's going to hit the side of the frame, the cab, and I don't want to mess anything up. So I was just looking at these to see if they were different, and they are. So it's okay. I'm going to swap two of these brackets out real quick. Should be great. All right, so it is so windy. All right, I don't want to drop this guy inside the frame. Ask me how I know. Yeah, I knocked that off and put it inside this channel. That's not very smart of me. It would make sense to put this bigger one in the middle, because it's the one that catches the most weight. I did it again.
Are you serious?
Yes. I'm so frustrated right now.
I'm just gonna get me a suntan. I mean, as best I can for as windy as it is. Did you get it yet? Yeah, didn't get it yet. Now's not a good time to ask. Shh.
I got 3 of those.
Did you get it out?
No, I lost it.
Lost forever?
I don't know. Let me see your magnet off that.
That's what I've been telling you for the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get it with that magnet or not. I just need to try to figure out where it is. It's in here somewhere.
The Osmo magnet.
Shoot.
It's powerful.
Yeah, it is. Well, I don't know where it is. That's the trouble.
The magnet's not finding it?
I don't know if, like, where I dropped it, like, you know, like where it's, I have a feeling it's like right here where I can't reach it. Yeah, it's right there. I can feel it. But the magnet, I was hoping like the magnet would like
drag it.
Yeah, but let me see if I can find something flimsy. Stick it in there.
He's got it. 30 more minutes later.
It should be a pretty easy, straightforward job. That I have turned into a much longer process than it needed to be. I got 2 in upside down, but 3 in. I've made a not difficult job really difficult, and I've got 2 of these brackets in upside down just because whatever, the other side should go way faster. But I got these brackets on. My Chevrolet had basically holes that were pre-drilled and the brackets went right on. These are a little more difficult, but that's all right. It's I got them on. I got all 3 brackets on, so we're going to set the Nerf bar on here, kind of get them where we want them, and then I'll come back and tighten all this stuff up. Won't take but just a minute. So once you kind of get these brackets on, it should go pretty quick. Kind of trying to decide how I want to line it up. These holes, they got these little things here going there, and kind of hold it where you want it. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Guys, I put the other side on. I did everything wrong, and it was a real pain. But I'm going to show you how to do it the right way because I have a better idea. And these running boards I got from eTrailer, they're rugged. They're nice. Tell me what you think of them. I'm just curious because I'm just kind of on the fence if I like them or not. But I think I do because they're going to do what I need them to do. So let's put these on. Let me know what you think. This is where that goes. Pull this piece of tape off and it's going to expose that hole right there. And this bracket goes in there like so. Whatever you do, don't drop that. Ask me how I know, because I dropped 2 of the 3 on the other side like an idiot. And what should have been a 20-minute job turned into a longer than 20-minute job. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. All right, now that that's started like so, I don't have to worry about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of snug this guy up here. There it is. So this bracket, you just swing it over and it hits one of these holes here. And it's kind of sitting there like I want it. It's amazing what happens when you do this right well. And so this bracket's a pretty simple, straightforward setup. So it's got like a little L thing that hooks in there, drops in there, and then you can tighten these 2 bolts up here. And it's just 2 bolts to hold these brackets on. So it's actually a pretty simple, straightforward setup. It's not overly complicated to put these on. I just got to do this 2 more times and not drop this bracket, because I did, and it took me forever to fish on this bracket here. I did, and it took me ever to fish it out. So it's kind of a real pain if you drop the bracket. But if you do it right, it's not a big deal. So the next one I'm looking for is this one right here. And you can see it's got these 2 bolts. And so they've stamped them for running boards. I just didn't buy one with running boards. So let's drop this one in real quick.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. You?
It doesn't look like a fun thing, is it?
Oh, it's not too bad. The other side was much, much worse. Alright, I think that will go in there. So when I did the other side, I left these loose thinking I would get them tighter as I got them on there and kind of straighten them up. But what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do this back one, we'll move back into this back one. I'm actually gonna get them pretty tight, kind of line them up. And like this one here, I can see like this hole here, you know, I want to kind of get it center like that, and I'll tighten them up. And I know that that's pretty much where it's supposed to be. And then we'll drop them in. These are actually really simple to put on. Guys, the fact that I just did this in like 5 minutes, you don't understand how much time shorter that was than the last one I just did, last set, because it was not near that easy. I'm just gonna get them tight. I can still kind of move them a little bit. This top one, I'm gonna do it on all these, and I'll get out and look at it. I'll check and look through these, make sure they're straight up and down, and then I'll climb back under here and tighten these bottom ones. 1 second. So this one is pretty straight. too much. But I'll probably leave them kind of snug. And then we'll set this other bar. We'll set the Nerf bar on them. This one's way out of whack. Straighter. We'll drop that step bar on there, get it snugged up, and then I'll finish tightening everything else up. We'll get Valor to give me a hand. So everything comes well packaged. And these are pretty straightforward and easy to go on if you don't mess it up. You guys, you don't understand the struggle that I went through on the last go around. That's gonna put them on there about like the other ones were. And then it's got these little clamps. Let me grab these clamps. It has these little clamps that go right in. They sit right down inside the rails and holds them on. It's pretty neat little setup. They just drop in just like that. And you just and it's got a bolt that goes through them. It holds it in, which I thought was really weird because when I put them on the other side, it blocked the Gen Y part. You figured they'd want to show off their logo. These little bolts that go right in, that drop in there, and that's how they go on. They're bigger than I thought they would be, and I just don't know how I feel about them. As far as the Nerf bar itself, it seems like a pretty well made, product. See, and this is what I was saying, Val. You would think when they built this product, this bracket's gonna fall right in front of the Gen Y. You would think they'd want you to see their logo, but maybe it's just how it worked out. So it's NY.
On the other side too?
Yeah.
Well, when you're going down the road, nobody can read it that fast anyway.
No, they stick out a little further. I was hoping they would be like a little more recessed in, like closer to the truck, That's all right. So all I got left to do is just tighten up 6 bolts, and I'm done. Clean up my mess. We'll do the test on the side that's done. So come over here.
Whew. All right, let's test it. Yes, absolutely much better. And the seats of this thing are much better. Way more comfortable than your Chevy was.
Since I've got everything kind of where I want it, let's go ahead and tighten this big bracket down. And then I'll tighten the 3 little bolts on top. And that will be it. They're pretty easy set to put up.
Get the string of your face. Okay.
It's really a pretty easy set to put on once you, just don't drop the brackets. I mean, you can put these on in 30 minutes if you pay attention to what you're doing. Don't take much tools to put these things together either, which is a nice, 9/16, ½ inch, and a 13 millimeter. And you need a wrench too.
Come on, old man.
I am an old man. What's funny is used to I'd do stuff like this and it didn't bother me a bit. Tomorrow I'll be sore just because I'm not moving in directions I'm used to moving in. Things we do for a camera shot. So I like my Dodge, but I can already tell you the big thing I miss. And on the Chevys, I got those steps in the bed side, in the bumper, that you use to get up in the back of your truck or up on the side of your truck. Dodge forgoes those. I am struggling. No, I don't know. I think the new Fords have something that's similar, but Chevrolet's been doing that for a long time. And whoever that guy was is like my hero. I am struggling today. What's wrong with me, Val? The struggle is real, but it's over. What do you think of them, guys? I'm curious. They're bigger than I thought they would be. I like them because they're chunky and the stuff will fall through, like if you have mud or something on them, they'll clean up.
I think they look good.
I have mixed opinions. Let me know what you think. Boy, that's a lot easier. It's hard on an old fat guy to jump in this thing every time you jump in. I've been jumping in this thing for like a week. I think I like them. I wish they would recess them back a little more, but then you wouldn't be able to get your foot on them. So, wanted black. That's what I got. We can get in it now. I really wanted automatic ones to come out, but they're super expensive. Gen Y's product's a good product. It's powder coated. They should last. I like them. Valerie said she likes the NY Nerf bars. So one thing that this thing come with is the factory bed liner, which I really wanted, and I appreciate that. And then it has the fifth wheel prep package in it, so I didn't have to put a gooseneck hitch in it, which I also liked. But I'm telling you, man, like if you got to get in your bed, Chevrolet had the step where you can get up in it and pull yourself in. I'm probably going to have to get me one of them steps that pops down to where you can get into the back of it. But with the gooseneck, with the Gen Y, the thing is like I can reach those chain, like when I put my safety chains on, I can actually reach those from like back here. So that's not as big of a deal as it would with the fifth wheel. I think it'd be harder because you have to come up over the side of the bed. I think that'd be a little more difficult. First thing I don't like about the Dodge is just not having that step in the bumper like Chevrolet has. It's a little harder to get in the bed. That's like the biggest thing I noticed. Now, I know you guys gave me tons of advice on what trucks to buy. So what I bought was a 2024. It's not the high output and it doesn't have the ASIN transmission in it. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it's at the end of these models, the leftovers, and they're hard to find. That weren't, 100 bajillion miles away, and I didn't want to have one shipped to me. I wanted to go look at it, I wanted to drive it, and I wanted to feel it. And so I bought this one in Mount Juliet, Tennessee. But it has the things I want. It has some options I wish it had. It's missing some options I wish it had, but that's okay. It's still a super nice truck. It's got the 50-gallon fuel tank. It's got the Cummins. It's way more stable than my Chevrolet. Now, I will say the Chevrolet with the 10-speed transmission, taking off will eat this one alive. On the highway, I don't know, but as far as like 30 or 40, because you shift so many times going up, it's way faster taking off. But once I got in overdrive and this thing locked up, it runs right on down the road like it's supposed to. So, and this pulls my camper just fine. So it's not like, oh my gosh, it's different going from a 10-speed transmission back to a 6-speed transmission. That was kind of something to get used to. Valerie's impression in it, and she can talk to you guys later, but she likes how it rides better. She actually thinks it rides better than my 3/4 time. And I don't have to disagree with her, especially pulling a camper when you get enough weight to kind of set the suspension a little bit. Now, here's the bigger elephant in the room. I did not buy a new truck because everybody else bought a new truck on YouTube. It just worked out that way. It's one of those things where I was at a point, like if I was going to make a trade, and so with the tariffs coming and the price increases on everything, if I was going to make a move, to make a move. And I will say this, everybody else that bought one on YouTube bought a nicer truck than I bought. They got more options and more stuff, so there you go. I bought the leftover 24 that was cheaper than everybody else, I think. I don't know if that's true or not, but now I've been looking at trucks for a while, and I got the dually build coming, the old dually, and I just don't think that that's something Valerie and I are going to want to jump in and run from here to wherever, insert something very far. It's going to be kind of loud because it's a 12-valve Cummins, and they're just kind of loud. So, and it's an old truck, so it's going to drive like an old truck and ride like an old truck. So, well, we'll see. But this gets us some further trips to get out and see some more places for you guys. And I'll be honest with you, this is the first new diesel pickup truck I've ever owned. I've owned lots of new trucks, but I've never owned a brand new diesel, and so I'm kind of proud of that. Guys, it's been raining like seriously, like we had like almost a foot. We had a foot of rain last week. My truck's a mess, and my little crappy S10's been broke down, so this has been my work truck too, and so I've had everything. Like this is double duty right now. Let me get home, let me have some good weather, have an afternoon, and I'll do a proper wash job on it.
It still looks good. Look how nice and clean.
All these tools, all these tools everywhere from this project that took way longer than it should have. I'll be honest with you, these running boards should have took me maybe an hour.
Well, you have a stupid left arm, and
what?
Why, that was it.
And you're stupid. This project took way longer than it should have, and it's all my fault. And when I looked at it, I'm like, oh, this is going to be easy, blah, blah, blah. I got cocky, and it bit me. the moral of this story is don't get cocky, because it'll bite you. So these are GE steps, not to be confused with the appliance company.
I think you may have put the brackets on backwards. How could you have, though?
I'm not sure. I want to give eTrailer a big thanks for sending me these Nerf bars. It's something I needed. I appreciate it. They're a great company. The cool thing about eTrailer is that they have American-based customer service. So if you send them a message, you have issues, you're talking with somebody in Missouri, super nice. And actually what's really cool about it is if you're doing like the online chat with them, when you hang up on the chat, they send you their phone number and their email, which is really awesome. So if you grab that real quick, if you have questions, you can go right back to it, ask them what you're talking about. Customer service, hands down, is some of the best that I've dealt with in a long time. So if you're looking for truck parts, you got a 2024 Ram, or you got a 1988 Chevy with a Cummins motor in it and a Dodge transmission, or you got a camper. Believe it or not, they got parts for everything. So check them out. Matter of fact, if they ain't got it, you don't need it. So there you go. All right, guys. So I was thinking about this thing, and I've been looking and studying, and I had a 50-50 shot on these brackets to get them on the right side, or the correct side, because there is a right and left side. And I'm pretty sure I lost that coin flip, and I'm not going to take them all off. I don't think I will. I might. I don't think so. But kind of my thought is, if I take this bracket and it's got this lip here that's blocking the GE, if I flip it over on the other side, it should land this clip right here over a notch. Will let my Gen Y still show. So I think I'm going to do that. I think it's 100% user error. I screwed myself when I was like, oh, it's simple, easy, won't take 20 minutes. No problem, we'll get this done, we'll go eat dinner. 3 hours later, because I jinxed myself, yeah, that's just how that goes. I'm gonna get home, I'll do that. If it works out like I think it does, I'll let you know. If I forget to tell you, ask me about it, and you'll just have to remind me, because I got a lot of stuff going on. I'll probably just tell you about it. So let's go with to be continued.